Alright YouTubers, I'm going to give you a review of this casino campground, and I'm also going to try to tell you why you might want to stay here. So one reason, Grand Portage National Monument. It's really cool. You might want to check it out. It's right here. Another reason to stay here is it's basically the staging point to get to Isle Royale National Park. You take the boat, it gets you out there, and you get to see the amazing sights of Isle Royale. If you want to stay for a day trip or you want to stay longer, this place is going to be really cool. And the boat ride's a lot of fun. The campground is basically on the shores of Lake Superior, and it's a great place to have a campfire. So let's get into talking about the campground itself. They have about 30 campsites to include some tent-only spots, 35 a night, but pretty good views. I enjoyed my campsite pretty close to the water. I was quite happy with it, even though I got a lot of rain on the trip.
Right, it's not as pretty a day as yesterday, but put your raincoat on and you go explore on your last day here. I'm hoping it breaks because I want to do some hiking. You know, some hiking where I could actually see some views, but it's early enough yet. Hopefully it'll break. Let's go.
My reason for coming here was a day trip to Isle Royale National Park. So if you want to go there, I think this is the place you want to stay. Something funny was I noticed far more Canadian plates in the parking lot, but 6 miles away, you know. I did see a lot of boats in the parking lot most of the time, so the marina gets used a lot. You know, access to Lake Superior is important. The hotel seems nice, but it's a casino, so they're really hoping that you're going to come in and gamble. They have a nice restaurant. I didn't eat there, but it's a nice restaurant. Everything is well kept and clean, and I saw a few people gambling. I didn't do much gambling myself. So as the casino portion of the RV place goes, it's pretty good. The hotel's right on the lake. So let's get back to looking at the RV park itself. It is a beautiful spot. The shower house was fine, and they had a laundry, which is actually pretty cheap. Most of the RV spots are separated a little bit. They're not too tight. I'm going to put a link in the description block to their website on information about it. Again, about 30 campsites. It's full hookups, which also means 30 and 50 amp. I had a good spot, didn't I, overlooking the lake? I thought it was pretty good. I was happy with the campground. It was a little bit more than I wanted to spend, and it's a little isolated. There's not a lot of shopping in Grand Portage. There's a gas station here where you can buy a few things, but they're pretty pricey. So I'd suggest a full refrigerator. They also had a place where you could wash your RV. The campground's away from the casino, which is cool. It made it quiet and not a lot of traffic.
Alright YouTubers, I'm about ready to head south. I'll do a little talk on here about this campground, and then we'll start the next video. Oh my god. Oh, that rain, I didn't get to vacuum the way I wanted to. Okay, this campground at Grand Portage Indian Casino and Lodge was $35 a night, which is a little high by some standards, but you also have to remember it's really the only place around here, especially if you want to go to Isle Royale. There's really nowhere else anywhere close. Most of the people that were on there were either staying in the hotel or in the campground. A few drove up, but you'd have to get up way early. Now, $35 a night, but they got a monthly deal, which is pretty darn good, at $485 a month. This guy that I just drove by, I spoke to him. He's paying $485 a month, and I think if you get down at the other, not as nice end, it's even cheaper. But full hookups, good shower. I mean, it's an older shower, but it was clean. I had to wait this morning. I'm getting such a late start because I had to wait this morning for them to clean, because I also went and hiked Mount Rose again so I could see. But the campsites aren't on top of each other, but they're pretty close. But you got a nice look at the lake here. These things are settling in. No, come on, Vin. No cell service here, like, at all, but there's Wi-Fi. The campground Wi-Fi really didn't work. I think you have to be right on top of wherever it is. So I went up to the casino a couple times, and that's where videos that are long old now, sent back in August, because God knows when this is going to get posted. That's when they got sent. The stuff about the first couple about Ontonagon, they got sent from this casino, and the Wi-Fi was decent. I didn't gamble. I signed up and got the player card just in case there was some kind of deal, but I didn't gamble at all. I got a couple free sodas while I was uploading, but I think this ends a little cheaper by the month. Down here they got, this ain't pretty, but they got some shipping containers doing whatever. But if I was to come back up here, I could do a month up here at $485. I don't think that's terrible. If you want to stay in place for a month. They have a weekly rate, and I didn't even ask because I only planned on staying 2 days, but I added a day. So yeah, that was Grand Portage Indian Casino RV Camp. If you want to go to Isle Royale, this is pretty much where you got to stay, and then it's a couple miles down the road to where the boat leaves from. So I hope you enjoyed. Have a great and wonderful day. 6 miles from Canadian border, they tell me. But we're going to head south.